listening to the Construction Big Breakfast, where we give you a hearty serving of insider tips and business strategies to help fuel your day so you can thrive in the construction industry. Now, here's your host, Tip Top Tim Fitch.
And Happy New Year from Invennt. Happy 2020. I'm Tim Fitch, and this is the first episode of the Construction Big Breakfast that we're recording and publishing in 2020. So I hope you enjoy it. This episode, we have got our latest and greatest new recruit, which is Kaoutar. I'm going to introduce Kaoutar in a little bit more detail soon, but say hello, Kaoutar.
Hello and Happy New Year, everyone.
And my colleague Ben. And this podcast is sort of orientated towards our Canadian friends and business because Kaoutar is a Canadian citizen and has just joined us as a SR&ED consultant based in our new Toronto office. And we're very, very excited because this is supporting our strategy for helping the Canadian construction industry get its just rewards from the SR&ED program in Canada, which will release plenty of money, we hope, to reinvest in moving the industry forward. Anyway, but first, Kaoutar, welcome.
Thank you so much.
And tell me, what did you have for breakfast this morning?
Coffee, eggs, piece of bread, jam and butter, and that's it.
Not bad, not a bad big breakfast. And Ben, what did you have today?
I had some porridge, 2020, new year, pretending that this will be the year I finally change and start healthy, see how long it lasts.
Well, and we'll come back to that in a minute because we do try and give nutrition tips on this program as well. Okay. I've just come back from breakfast. We're meeting a potential client this morning. I had scrambled egg, bacon, black pudding, and some toast, and some very, very good coffee.
So have you any idea what black pudding is, Kaoutar? I mean, it's very British.
Yeah, no, really, I know what to put in, but not this one.
But it's got a French bit to it as well, boudin noir.
Okay, is it?
Yeah, but I haven't seen it in Canada yet.
No, the breakfasts in the UK and in Canada are quite different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we don't enjoy our breakfasts quite as much over there as we do here, but it's you can get the cores, can't you? Bit of apple, bit of porridge, bit of eggs, the usual stuff, but the bacon isn't quite the same, is it?
Oh.
Not quite the same. I don't think bacon's your special subject, is it, Kaoutar? No, I thought that. Anyway, on to, that was the breakfast being talked about. There's a compare and contrast between the UK and Canada. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Canada's really famous for maple syrup, which unfortunately for me is a no-no because I'm diabetic, but I know everyone else loves it. In fact, I quite like it, I just can't have it. It's not good for me. Anyway, on to matters that we're talking about today other than breakfast. So Kaoutar, just give me a little brief bio, or if not me, I know your bio, but for our viewers about what you've done over the past decade or so and why you're joining Invennt.
Yes, so I'm an engineer with 15 years of experience in the SR&ED program by Canada Revenue Agency. I worked with a big company, actually SNC-Lavalin, on to qualify activities on industrial projects and also related to industrial activities in research chairs that were financed by our departments or the previous departments where I was involved for the SR&ED claiming. So mainly that's the experience I'm bringing with me to join Invennt, and I hope I will fructify this aspect and really improve both my competencies and also exchange with the team of Invennt about those aspects brought from the Canadian nuances. I have also experience in research and development more related to either academic experience or with the research centers. This also helps me have an insight in the projects and the activities that we discuss with the engineers to try to help them give us the information that would help us qualify their activities for SR&ED. Through the experience I had, I also tried to optimize the process of claiming to lower the burden either on the engineer's side to help them still buying our process, and also from internal team where we had to really deal with the many data and process all that in due deadlines. So this could be maybe some of the examples of what I have in terms of experience. I also work very well in collaboration with internal colleagues and also external partners. So this is something that also I have in terms of my competencies, and
that's why when we found each other, we just thought, you were perfect.
Okay,
perfect.
Thank you.
To complement us and to be our first resident full-time.
And I must add, sorry, that I was working based in Montreal.
Yeah.
So now I'll be with Toronto, and I'm bringing also this French experience with me.
So your mother tongue's French, but you've been in Canada for 15 years.
Yeah.
This is all really helpful for us because I'm good at a lot of things. I'm not very good at languages. I'm okay at English. Okay, but that's about it. Okay. So that was a tremendous, for us, that was a massive complementary skills, experience. Yeah. And because of our, the strategic aim of what we're trying to do in Canada is, obviously we're trying to build a business, but we're doing it by trying to help the industry reclaim more of this money which they're entitled to, but there's been a bit of a blind spot which we saw in the UK, and we're fixing it in the UK, and we've seen it again in Canada. And as you know, we've had a number of Pathfinder clients who've done pretty well out of it to date, but now with our partnership with the CCA, we can see the opportunity to really spread this amongst the whole industry in Canada. We can't do everyone at once, but we can now service everybody because of the language problem's gone, as far as we're concerned. And we've got, as we'll find out next week, we're moving into our new office in downtown Toronto, very close to Union Station, so we can, anywhere in the GTA we can get to very easily. And of course we're near the airport, so if we need to go anywhere else we can do that fairly easily from there. So it's very exciting times, and we're very, very excited for you to have joined us.
Same for me, thank you.
Yeah, good. No, it's really exciting. I mean, there's so much opportunity for us in Canada. As Tim said, we're finding so many companies do really innovative things, but often don't appreciate how innovative they are. And I'm sure while you've been doing it for 15 years, especially in the early days, there would have been a lot of hesitance from engineers saying, no, there's something special about that. But once they come to understand what it is SR&ED is looking for and how difficult some of the things that they've done, they come to really appreciate that they should be rewarded for the fantastic things that they've been doing. And that's one of the things that we really want to highlight, because construction is far from perfect, but it's definitely not as bad as we make it out to be at times. I mean, how did you find the perception of SR&ED within your organisation changed over those sort of 10-15 years that you were doing it? Were people more receptive to it?
Actually, it depends of the groups. Some groups are really chasing us to help them have their credits.
Yeah.
So it's very easy then to get them involved, to have meetings with them, to have the right people with us and to give us the right information. Though for other people or other groups, maybe because of the business and because of the profits they were focusing on, it is not that easy to get them involved in the process. So we had to really come up with many strategies and approaches to finally get them around the table and have the right person pressuring them or supporting us in the process. So we came to maybe build a structure like for approaching the divisions from top to down. So once we get in management committees and we get involved from the beginning, so their highest level responsible would be aware about the process and would help us get by his go get to the other groups in the lower levels. So this way we really had more possibilities to reach those people and get them involved in the process. That was an approach. The other one would be to have with us a list which we extract from our system, and we go with this list in those groups and we challenge them about the projects that they have.
Mm-hmm.
So we know the projects, we know the project manager, we know the number of hours that were spent during the year, so they have no clue but to tell us if there was something challenging or not. Still, there always this possibility that the engineer would say there is nothing, even if there is something. So,
and that's where your engineering background becomes handy as well, because you
Yeah.
talk the same language, which is definitely
Yes.
something we found very useful
yeah,
here in the UK, that being able to talk about construction
yeah,
helps us sort of drill down into the areas that the value really is in terms of the innovation and the practical application of sort of making things better, as it were,
Mhm.
that we're required to find in this process.
exactly.
And I guess because it was one company, but because of the size of it, the diversity geographically, the types of work being done by all, it's almost as if you weren't really working with one company, you were working with tens
Yeah.
of hundreds at times.
Yeah, I want to give. I want to be just neutral about what I would say, but groups were working by like each group was managing their way of doing work and of submitting by their own. So it's independent from one group to another. So it's like, I don't want to say silos, but it's almost like that, though there are some cooperation between the groups because of the projects they were contracting and that they were working on. But so we had each group with a specific culture and a specific way to approach them, specific way to sensibilize them to the SR&ED. So we know how to, through the years, I knew how to talk to each group.
Yeah.
So it became like more obvious than in the beginning. The beginning, it's always something that either the group would have, because they would join the group, the legal entity by acquisition. So they came from a background, and sometimes they had already an experience with SR&ED claiming. So either this experience is favorable for us or not. So sometimes they would say, "Oh, no, we had a bad experience. We don't want to talk about that." Not. Sometimes they go, "Oh, okay, we know that very well, and yes, we're ready to help you." And So this would in terms of joining the company, the fact that this is an acquired group for us at the beginning is like an external partner.
It's like a new client. It's like a new
Yeah,
client.
yeah, exactly. So that's where we should really work a lot at the beginning and try to see their structure, understand how they work, understand their structure. Sometimes they have their own financial, and most of the time they have their own financial structure. So it has to be merged with the other. So all those things makes us in for short time like working with a totally new client and external client, and not external but new. Yeah.
So there's a real range of different types of engagement, different businesses. Some have been in the group a long time, some were brand new.
Yeah, and with the role, there are many changes in the structure. Some are quitting. Some there are always new people around the table. So we don't have, from year to year, we don't have really the same groups. There are always new people coming, or new one, or some people quitting. So there is always this necessity to talk about the program and inform them about how it works. So every time.
And the activities that the different groups will be doing will be different. You'll have some that are more general contractor type, some that are more engineer design, and then you'll have some that are very research focused, like you mentioned.
Most of them would be design. Some, because of their PhD profile, sometimes they could be doing just work that is outstanding. And really of research and development, but most of the time they would be involved in design work. But yes, the activities would be really varying. Could be at proposal level, could be at internal initiative, because they want to. They have many clients and they see the need to develop something beside their projects, commercial projects, so they would dedicate sometimes through the credits we give us to do so, but that would not be big, but still.
Interesting you mentioned that. There's a lot of the clients we've come across in Canada, in fact same in the UK, they overlook the work winning aspect of what they do as a potential claimable cost. Because of course you're often at your most innovative when you're trying to win work, and you don't always win, do you? Mm-hmm. And some of that qualifies. Quite justified.
Engineering proposals, especially for the large scale infrastructure projects, that some of the first tunnels to be built in certain areas, some of the first time the technology is being used in wastewater treatment plants, these type of things. You need a very innovative technological solution, and a lot of time and effort is spent in that bidding process.
However, we should make sure that the project would be continuing, just to make sure that the validation stage could be involved. Otherwise, it would stay like theoretical and could be challenged by.
We're always careful to make sure that what we put forward is can be backed up and can go through successfully.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so it's exciting times. Exciting times. As you've explained, Kaoutar, you've got this fantastic long-term experience with the program in a very, very complex business, which has obviously changed a lot over the time. So you've been bringing in new people, building new relationships, finding out what they're doing, seeing how it applies to the program. And I'm absolutely certain this is going to add huge value to our existing clients, but just as it been more importantly, our new clients, which we want to bring on board over the next 12 months. So it's really, really exciting, and we go, well, I can't put any stronger than that. This is just tremendous. Just before we close up, you've spent a few days in London so far. Have you got any sort of first impressions of Invent's HQ?
Oh, I liked now would they say the atmosphere of the group, and the way also the office is open plan, so there is a huge opportunity for people to interact with each other, which I appreciate a lot, and there is a very warm and cool atmosphere at the same time, so I appreciate that, and everyone is willing to help. So whenever I have questions, and so far I met with several people in the group, and I'm hoping to continue on that. So I'm getting some information, I'm exchanging, and for sure this would bring a good collaboration. Even if I'll be in Toronto, I hope we'll continue on that.
Yes, because I mean, obviously we're in that stage where we're building up our team in Toronto. Someone has to be the first.
Yeah.
You are the Pathfinder employee. So just for everyone's benefit, Kaoutar and I are flying to Toronto on Sunday. I'm regularly in Toronto for a week. We're going to go and meet some of our existing customers and hopefully meet some new ones, and some of our partners over there that we work with a lot. And the following week, Ben will be flying into Toronto once I've come home to spend some more time with you, and then
I also fly to Vancouver for a couple of days, so we're really excited to start expanding our relationship with the CCA and their partner organisation. So I'm meeting with the Vancouver Construction Association and some of their members on the 23rd. Terrible with dates, I've not quite got around to
it's Wednesday, isn't it?
calendar. It's a Wednesday,
Yeah,
so
Wednesday, 22nd,
whichever that is. So it was a really exciting opportunity to go see a new part of Canada, a new part of the world. I'm not excited about the jet lag with 3 time zones in 4 days, but I'm sure it will be a great opportunity to see the innovations that are happening on the west coast of Canada. It's the west coast of Canada.
Okay, well, thanks everyone for listening, and it's goodbye from Invennt. And if hopefully I might bump into some of you next week, and Ben and Kaoutar as well, or the following week, depending on which city you're in. And look forward to seeing you, if not next week, sometime during 2020. So it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Happy New Year.
At Invennt, we offer business development consulting to help you understand your market aims and win the opportunities you want. Head on over to www.invennt.com to speak with our team on how we can help. Thanks for joining us this week on the Construction Big Breakfast. Make sure to visit our website, www.invennt.com, where you can subscribe to the Construction Big Breakfast on all platforms, so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in the show, we'd appreciate a positive rating. Or if you'd simply share it with a friend, that would help us out too. Be sure to tune in for our next episode. Invennt has a 100% success rate with R&D tax credits, bringing in over £77 million in qualified costs for businesses just like you. We offer a complimentary, confidential review of your business to see where you're leaving money on the table. Contact us at www.invennt.com to book a consultation today. Thanks for joining us this week on the Construction Big Breakfast. Make sure to visit our website, www.invennt.com, where you can subscribe to the Construction Big Breakfast on all platforms so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in the show, we'd appreciate a positive rating. Or if you'd simply share it with a friend, that would help us out too. Be sure to tune in for our next episode.